What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trevi Trev, and as you can see, the beard is glistening. Look at that. Well, not this side, but look at that side. But I was just making this quick video today for Monday because I got inspired by one of my coworkers, or several of my coworkers, my female coworkers, because we got into a little debate at work, a little conversation, a little back and forth about being a stay-at-home mom and a stay-at-home dad. And we had a good constructive conversation, and I liked that conversation because it challenged me. And usually in life, because I'm a smart dude, I don't really get challenged like that because a lot of people don't really debate with me logically, so they just default to dumb shit. But this is a good conversation I have with my female coworkers because they say I have a lot of machismo, whatever that means. They say that, and I have a lot of masculine views, right? So when we were talking about the topic of a stay-at-home dad and a stay-at-home mom, I put a lot of my views out there, and some of them they liked and some of them they didn't like. Some of the views they had I liked and some I did not like. But we had a good constructive conversation, and I thought about that conversation over the weekend because it was a great conversation. And what can I say? As a man, I try to learn from everything around me, and I try to give a constructive opinion. And I wanted to share that sort of opinion with you guys because during that argument, I felt, well, not even an argument. It wasn't an argument. It was a constructive conversation. And, if they're watching, it was a constructive conversation. No harm, no foul. But, I liked the conversation. And then I wanted to admit that in the conversation, I sort of contradicted myself. And, I wanted to give you guys sort of an informative lessons because most of my viewer base is male. So I wanted to put out a positive image for you guys and show that, hey, even I could be wrong. Even they could be wrong, but we should never contradict ourselves or our beliefs. So, more so, I was also watching Naruto, and I was watching Pain fight Naruto again, and then he was basically saying how can Naruto understand his pain if he's never experienced pain himself and he's never felt the same pain as him. So how can they understand each other? And I felt like that was a good point as well because a lot of us can't empathize, and we often contradict ourselves like Pain did in the scene because he can't say he's felt some pain or experienced pain and then inflicted on others and cause more of a vicious cycle because he's creating that cycle. And me, I feel like as a man, I can't necessarily sit there and say, I want things to be this way and this way, but the people that I'm meant to protect and to value, which would be women in this case, I can't restrict them and not take their opinion into account because, what am I saving at that point? I'm just being a douche and a dictator. And, I may have my masculine, manly views, but, sometimes, these views aren't necessarily how the world is reflected today. And, I feel like as a man, I could keep my views and my beliefs, but, I had to be more adaptable to the modern world because you never want to contradict yourself because, like I said, what is the point of being strong and everything if your main goal is to protect people and you don't even take into account what the people you're protecting want or what they want or their opinion on things. So I think that we should all try not to contradict what we believe, and we should try to keep an open mind, a balanced opinion, and not necessarily be soft or whatever, but not necessarily be so restrictive that we don't adapt with the times. And I felt my female coworkers were trying to tell me that. And, I was listening and I was paying attention. I wanted to tell them I am paying attention, and I wanted to make a video because I thought about it over the weekend, and it was a great topic, like I said. And, I feel like a lot of people, they contradict themselves in society, a lot of men, a lot of women. And, we all can learn from having a good, healthy conversation like that and to basically be our best selves and better ourselves and, things of that nature. And, that's just a brilliant kind of conversation. And, it was a motivational conversation. And I'm going to do better from here on out. And, I'm going to try to take into account people's opinions. I'm going to try to be more progressive, and I don't mean it like that as like a silly way, but, I'm going to try to be more progressive and more open-minded because I've learned this lesson before in my life. I've had different people throughout my life kind of tell me this, girlfriends and other stuff too. And I know this, I know better. So I'm going to be better. And, that's just the kind of accountable standard I want to hold to myself. But, you guys should have that too, because, always listen to the opinions of people in your life and always try to grow from those opinions. Even if you don't necessarily agree with them, it's good to have that constructive dialogue, and then it plants that seed in your brain to become a better person. And, you know, maybe down the road you'll see the light, or maybe you'll change your ways, and maybe you'll adapt both points of views into your thought process. But, you know, that's my video for today, and my message and moral is don't contradict yourselves, and also don't let your experiences in life stop you from becoming what you want to be, basically, and learning as much as you can, because you don't ever want to restrict yourself in this life. You want to get that everything this life has to offer, even if it's an uncomfortable truth. You want to face that truth about yourself and about others, and basically become a better, more well-rounded person. And, you know, that's my video for today. Don't contradict yourselves. Don't be a bitch. And, you know, like, comment, and subscribe. You know, you could do it. You know, you could change like I've changed. And that's just my message for today. Thank you.